Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. And tonight, from a suggestion from Skinslip, one of my buddies here on YouTube and Facebook, he requested that he would like to see some more of my DVD compilation sets. So I will show quite a few of them. I don't know how long the video is going to be, but I'm going to kind of breeze through these and kind of show you a little variety of some of the things that I have. And hopefully this will give you guys some ideas of some sets that you might want to pick up in the future. And this is also another way for you guys to give me some, give me some suggestions on what I can pick up. And a lot of these compilation sets are not the greatest quality, but it is kind of fun to collect these and get the different films that are on there. And a lot of these are fairly cheap. Like you can see, this one here is the 20 film horror set volume 1. I got it at Kmart for $7.50. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this video. I think I'm just going to kind of wing it. I don't really have anything planned. I wish I had a better camera so you guys can pick up some of the titles. But as you can see, this is an Echo Bridge release. And I believe there's 2 discs in here, so there's probably 10 films per disc. So you're not going to get the best quality, but I'll try to zoom in a little bit and you guys can get some of these. Hopefully you can see some of the titles. That is that Mortuary, that's the Tobe Hooper Mortuary. And it gives you a variety of different films. And again, the quality is VHS rips and public domain type. You're not going to get the best visual quality or audio quality, but you do have, it's a good way to get a bunch of films in one set. So that is the 20 film horror set volume 1. And I have these in a collector's box, like I have them all in a tote like this. So I'm just going to kind of grab through and pull out a few. I'm not going to, like I said, I don't have anything planned. I'm just going to kind of grab and show. This is the Hellraiser collection, the Miramax. And it has Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, Hellraiser 4, Bloodline, Hellraiser 5, Inferno, Hellraiser 6, Hellseeker, Hellraiser 7, Deader, and Hellraiser 8, Hellworld. It's another Echo Bridge, and this was another Kmart purchase for $7.50. And up next we have a 50 movie pack. This has like a little Velcro, kind of a pull-away flap, and then you got some little write-ups about the box set itself, and then they come in these little sleeves. It's almost it's very, very cheaply made, but I'll give you guys an example here. This is disc 1, and if you can see, it has a Candle in the Dark, Demon Slaughter, Nightmare Asylum, The River, The Legend of La Llorona, and Serial Killer. And it comes in like these little cardboard sleeves. So there's, you get, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 movies per little sleeve. So you probably got about 10 of those in there for 50 movies. And then it also gives the entire listing of the films on the back. And this is a Mill Creek box set. So you're going to kind of know right away what kind of quality you're going to get with Mill Creek. Up next is another 50 pack. I got this used at FYE about a year or 2 ago. It's used, but it's still sealed. But they sold it to me as a used box set for, I don't think I paid $12.99 either. There must have been some kind of deal. I would have never paid $13 for this, but I can't remember offhand what I did pay for it. And it has films like Frankenstein 80. Let's see what else. The Vampire's Night Orgy, The Thirsty Dead. Some of these titles you guys will probably recognize. Satan's Slave, The Sadist. My Mom's a Werewolf from 1989. The Manster, Keep My Grave Open from 1976. This is another Mill Creek box set. And it shows here on the cover that it has films featuring Bela Lugosi, Paul Naschy, Barbara Steele, John Carradine, John Saxon, and more. And up next we have, this is 25 features over 31 hours, horror cinema, another Kmart pickup. And these must be pretty old because I have not shopped at Kmart in a couple of years now. It's not that I boycotted it or anything, I just don't go in there. I go to Walmart and stuff like that. But this here has, looks like it's films from the 30s all the way up to the 80s and everything in between. There's some 70s and some 50s. Here's one from 59, The Terror, starring Boris Karloff and Jack Nicholson from 1963. Yeah, there's some pretty good stuff on these. But you got to know what you're getting into when you buy big box sets like this for $7.50. You're not going to get spectacular quality, but you know, if you buy titles like this, it has like a charm to it, almost like kind of a throwback to the VHS days, which I kind of miss those days. Don't get me wrong, I do love my 1080p and I love my Blu-rays and all that, but every once in a while it's kind of nice to throw in a film that's grainy and has kind of a grindhouse feel to it. And up next we have the 4-movie Horror Unleashed collection. This was a pretty good one. It has the Blob remake from 1985. It has Christine, the original. It has Fright Night, the original. And The Seventh Sign with Demi Moore. And for a while, this was the only way that I could view the Blob until Twilight Time came out with the Blob remake. So I did watch this. And the quality was not terribly bad. I was a little surprised. It wasn't great either, but it was not, I mean, it was very, very watchable. It was enjoyable, so there's that little 4-pack. And up next we have, I'm not sure why this film is in there. This is called The Occultist Collector's Edition. I think somebody sent this to me as a gift a couple of years ago. I think this is, yeah, that's what this is. This is a multi-pack. This is an independent filmmaker who sent this to me from a company called SterlingMovieFactory.com. And it was supposed to be signed. I don't know if you guys can read that. It says David Sterling. He's the owner of this company. And I can't remember how I got these exactly, but he did mail these to me. I can't remember if they were free or if I paid something for these, but they're all very, very low quality. And you can even hear, if I can zoom in a little bit on these, on this disc, you can even see that it looks like he made these discs off his own computer too. I mean, it doesn't look like it's very professional. And you can see everything has that purplish tint. That means these are all burned. So this might have been a Facebook. I might have got this information off of like a Facebook page or something. I can't remember. And to be honest, I can't remember anything about these films. Alright, we'll get to the next one here. This is one of the Midnight Movies 4-packs. And these are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting these. I don't go out of my way to pick these up, but if I see them, I do grab them. And I think I have about 5 or 6 of these, which isn't a lot, but like I said, I just pick them up if I see them. And in this little 4-pack, you have Morons from Outer Space, The Man from Planet X, The Angry Red Planet, and Alien from LA, starring Kathy Ireland. See if I can get in there on Kathy Ireland. Not really. But these little 4-packs, these little midnight movies, they're not always 4-packs. Sometimes they're 2-packs. But these are pretty cool. I'd like to grab more of those. Up next we have another 4-pack, and these are called Backwoods Butchers. And you can see I got this at Kmart for $5. And it has A Bothered Conscience, Butchered, the unrated version, Mother's Day Massacre, and Breadcrumbs. And this is another Echo Bridge, kind of like the red case. It's like a reddish orange almost. Looks pretty nice. 4 movies for $5. It can't really beat that. And up we have another 4-pack, and this isn't quite a horror film, but I just threw this in because it's a multi-pack, and you got The Land That Time Forgot, which I have that on its standalone. I like this movie a lot. I have that on a standalone DVD edition. And then you have Dragon Quest, and Alan Quatermain and Temple of Skulls, and Merlin and the War of the Dragons. So this is kind of a nice little sci-fi adventure pack. Another Echo Bridge. Most of these will probably be Echo Bridge. The ones I got at Kmart and Walmart. Here's 4 horror classics, and this one is Children of the Corn, Creepshow, Chud, and House. And that, I mean, those are 4 excellent films from the 80s. Those are staples of the 80s. And this is from Image. It's a 2 DVD set, so this is probably not that bad. I have not opened it, as you can see, but the quality is probably halfway decent on that one. Up next we have the Midnight Horror Collection, and this one has Puppet Master, Puppet Master 2, and Puppet Master 3. Got this from the $5 bin at Walmart. And I've been looking online lately for the full moon edition of the Puppet Master that comes with the Puppet Trunk. It's out of print, and it's been sold out for a couple of years now. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger when I find that. I like that little box set from Full Moon. But this is a nice little 3-pack. You get 3 movies for $5. Next we have another, this is a 12-feature box set, and this is a $5 purchase. And this is Mill Creek. And you get movies like Blood of Dracula's Castle, Blood Mania, Brain Twisters, The Devil's Hand, The Madmen of Mandoras, aka They Saved Hitler's Brain from 1963. Then they have Nightmare in Wax, Prime Evil, Satan's Slave, Stanley, Terrified, Terror, and Trip with the Teacher from 1975. So most of those movies I haven't heard of before, so it's kind of nice to get a little multi-pack like that. I'm getting dust all over the place here. Okay, here's another Midnight Movies. So another 4-pack, and this is The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues, The Beast with 1 Million Eyes, War Gods of the Deep, and At the Earth's Core. I'm not sure if a lot of these titles are out of print now, these Midnight Movies. If anybody knows, please leave a comment below. Are these still easy to get, or are they a little pricey now? Because I think I'm going to start looking to see if I can beef up on my Midnight Movies collection. I'm not exactly sure how many they released either. If anybody knows that, please let me know. Okay, here's a Charles Band Presents Puppet Master and Killjoy 12 film collection. So it looks like you have the entire Puppet Masters up here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then you have Killjoy 1, 2, and 3. So that's a little Full Moon and Echo Bridge compilation. Up next we have a Fantasy Adventure Collector set, an 8-movie pack. And you'll see some titles that are duplicates, because there was already a 4-pack that had Alan Quatermain and the Temple of Skulls, Merlin, the War of Dragons, The Land That Time Forgot, and Dragon Quest. But in this one, you also get King Tut's Tomb, Blackbeard, and Merlin's Apprentice. And these are so cheap, I don't mind if there's a couple double dips. Here is a 4 films horror collection set with Hindsight, Night of the Living Dead, Razor Eaters, and Cruel World. Let me see if that Night of the Living Dead is the original. Yes, it is. Night of the Living Dead is a, I believe that's public domain still, and you're probably not going to get the best quality out of some of those. Here's one called Masters of Terror, and this has Halloween H2O, Hellraiser Inferno, Dracula 2 Ascension, and Children of the Corn Fields of Terror. That's part 5. Also Echo Bridge and Miramax. Next we have a 15-film horror cult classics. I believe I got this at Walmart. This comes with the original Night of the Living Dead, the original The Little Shop of Horrors, The Devil's Bat, House on Haunted Hill, the original, Lady Frankenstein, Piranha, and let me see, that is the original Piranha. White Zombie, with I believe that's with Bela Lugosi, yes it is, and The Bat. And then you have The Last Man on Earth, Vincent Price, Dead Man Walk, Maniac, Carnival of Souls, Silent Night, Bloody Night, The Satanic Rites of Dracula, and The Terror. So that is a pretty nice little set. Here we have a Roger Corman's Cult Classics double feature with The Evil and Twice Dead. It's a nice little set. This is from Shout Factory. Shout Factory. It's not going to really zoom in. I don't know why my phone doesn't like to cooperate. Here we have another Miramax 11-film collection, and this is the Hellraiser and the Prophecy collection. And it looks like you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hellraiser films and 1, 2, 5 Prophecy films. 6 and 5 is 11. I'm pretty quick that way. This is a nice little set. Next we have a 9-film collection with Children of the Corn and The Omen. No, I take that back. It says Children of the Corn and Halloween. So you get Children of the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice, Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest, Children of the Corn 4, The Gathering, Children of the Corn 5, Fields of Terror, Children of the Corn 666, Isaac's Return, and Children of the Corn Revelation. And then for the Halloween ones, you get Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O, and Halloween Resurrection. Echo Bridge and Miramax. Now we have Deadly Games, the Midnight Horror Collection. You can see I got it at Kmart for $5. And you get Closets, Memory, Darkness, Momentum, The Prophet's Game, and Dead Night. And I can tell you guys with all honesty, I have never heard of any of these films. Never seen them, never heard of them. But I own them, and I can pop them in anytime I'd like to. Okay, next up I got these at Best Buy for $5. These are little tins. I think I had one of these open. The next one I have. There's 2 of them total. I'll show you the next one. I'll open it up. But these are Heroes of Horror, 7 horror classics, starring Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, Jack Nicholson, the East Side Kids, and more. And it has 2 discs, and the first disc is White Zombie, Bowery at Midnight, Invisible Ghost, and Spooks Run Wild. And then disc 2 you have Snake People, Island Monster, and The Terror, starring Boris Karloff. So these are nice little tins, and I only paid $4.99 for this. It's almost like giving it away for free. I don't mind picking those up. And then this one was called The Walking Dead, Vampires vs. Zombies, and this one has Vincent Price, Dwayne Jones, Anita Ekberg, and Erica Blanc. Or is that Erica Blank? I'm not sure. And this is a 6-movie set. That's another tin. And it's from a company called Pop Flicks. I'm not sure if you guys can make that out. Looks like a little tub of popcorn, and it's called Pop Flicks, F-L-I-X, if you're interested. Pop this open, if I can. Oy. There we go. And basically, it's just a cheaply made tin, and then it has a little plastic tray here in the middle, and then it houses 2 discs. So that's disc 1 right there, and that has 3 titles. And then disc 2 also has 3 titles. So that is The Walking Dead Vampires versus Zombies. And those were at Best Buy. I think they were last summer I got those. Here's the Midnight Horror Collection 8-pack, and this has films like Sorrow Creek, Below, Vengeful Spirits, Demonic Toys, Evil Bong, Meridian, Decadent Evil, I Am Omega, which I have this as a standalone film too, and then the original Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis, which is probably worth $5 alone just for that movie, or just for these 2 movies right here. And the rest are probably just garbage, but they're free. So let's see what we got here. The next one is called the Midnight Horror Collection Dark Forces, and this one has The Dead Sleep, Backwoods Bloodbath, Curse of the Black Hodag, Witchcraft 13, and 666 The Beast. So that is another little Echo Bridge collection. And this one is the Midnight Horror Collection Volume 2. The Haunted Within, Watch Me, Demonic Toys 2, Deadfall Trail, Zombie Dearest, Evil Bong, King Bong, Fear Chamber, and Doll Graveyard. All for $5. And I can honestly tell you guys, I do not believe I've seen any of these films before. I don't recall. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of these. Here is the Midnight Horror Collection Volume 4. I don't have these in any particular order, as you can see, so I'm just kind of grabbing. This one has a film called Vampire, The Last Vampire on Earth, Kraken, Tentacles of the Deep, Raging Sharks, Vampageddon, Vampageddon right there. I don't know if it's going to pick up. Then you have the Howling 4, Blood Red Moon, Bloodlock, and I can't read the one at the top. Is that Night Shadow? Yeah, that's Night Shadow up at the top corner here. So, nice little 8-pack of nothing but crap movies for $5. Here we have a 15-film horror cult classics collection. Maybe I shouldn't read all the titles. I'm already approaching 23 and a half minutes. And I still have a lot to go, so I'm going to probably just speed this up a little bit. Maybe I'll break it in parts. Yeah, I'll break it at, I'll stop this at a half hour, so that way I can still give it a little time. Gotta go over it a little bit better. But this is a Echo Bridge, 15 films for $7.50. Okay. Next we have the Midnight Horror Collection, Bloody Slashers with Hoboken Hollow, Room 33, Curtains, and Clown. And for a long time this was the only way to watch Curtains before Synapse put it out on Blu-ray, which was a huge improvement. This was not a bad way to watch it, but it's so much better to have the Blu-ray than a 4-disc, or I believe this is, it's all on, oh, it's a flipper disc, okay. So you get 2 discs, or 2 films per side, so that automatically takes away from some of the quality. So it's so much nicer to have the Blu-ray, but this was, at the time, this was the only way to get Curtains that I knew of. Here is the 4-movie marathon cult horror collection, and this has Tobe Hooper's The Funhouse, the original Phantasm. Actually, is it Phantasm 2 or 1? No, that's Phantasm 2, okay. I couldn't see with that sticker. The Serpent and the Rainbow, and which is the stupidest name for a movie you can ever imagine. That's got to be the worst movie ever. They could have at least named it Hiss. I mean, who's going to go to the store and say, hey, I want to rent Sss? Yeah, that's ridiculous. But it is what it is. Okay, next up we have Killer Curses. And this is a 6-movie pack. And this has Venom, Dust Devil, Children of the Corn 666, Beneath the Mississippi, El Muerto, and The Final Patient, which Blu-ray Evan was nice enough to send me the Blu-ray of that. So now I'll have this twice. Thanks again, Blu-ray Evan, for sending me that nice package. Let's see, I got time for a couple more. I'm going to shut this off at 30 minutes and then I'll do part 2. Here's a 4-film collection with The Eye, Bug, Ju-On, and Alone in the Dark, the unrated director's cut. This is a Lionsgate 4-pack. And it's pretty heavy. I think it must have... Okay, the first one is a flipper disc. And then Bug has its own release. Ju-On has its own release. And Alone in the Dark has its own release. So The Eye must have widescreen. This is The Eye, it's the flipper disc. I think it has a widescreen on one side and full frame on the other, so that's pretty cool. Next up is a film called Screen Screams, the Vintage Movie Classics, 3 classic movies. The Embalmer, Screaming Skull, and I Eat Your Skin. Put up by Vintage Home Entertainment. And all 3 of the films are black and white. But that doesn't deter me. I love black and white films. I think sometimes I prefer black and white films. I really like watching some of the old Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Those are all in black and white. Those are so good. I can marathon those every day. And the old Twilight Zones are great too. Here's another 20 horror film collection. And I'll just name off a couple. Halloween Resurrection again. Doll Man. The Legend of Sorrow Creek, Curse of the Wolf. Secrets of the Clown. Hell's Highway. Wages of Sin. Netherworld. Vampire Journals. The Fear Chamber. Wes Craven Presents Dracula 3, The Legacy. And Descendant, just to name a few because I don't want to go through the whole 20. Here is a 12-movie action pack that you can see I got that at Kmart for $7.50. And it just has natural disaster and type movies. It has Piranha, Attack of the Giant Leeches, Earthquake, Shark vs. Octopus, all these cheesy films that are great. They're so bad they're good, some of these. 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And that is the, let's see, that is the 2007 version of 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Here we have 4 films horror collector's set. And this has Memory, Bloody Mary, Mortuary, Tobe Hooper's Mortuary, and Wages of Sin. So I think I'll end this one here. This will be part 1. I probably have 2 more parts to go, at least, because I'm going to try to keep them 30 minutes or less. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is for Brandon, aka Skin Slip, but if anybody has any compilation CDs or DVDs or Blu-rays, whatever, please comment below, give it a like, maybe do a video of your own collection, and I can get some ideas of what I can pick up. So I will talk to you guys next time.